Alright, we are live. We're live, guys. This is awesome. Let me actually drop the link. Now on YouTube. Alright, this is actually cool. We're back on YouTube. I've been doing Kick for a while, but now we're back on the tube. On the tube. Let me see. I wanna see my stream for a bit. One sec. I got another tab open. You won't be able to see it, but I wanna see what's going on with my stream right now. Is it all good? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cool. Alright. Yo, what's good, my G? What's good? What's good? Just checking the audio. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, bro. Join. Wait. Remove. I'm actually drop another one. Aurelion. Chart. Analysis. HTTPS. wap.com/. So this is gonna be pinned forever, basically. Cool. Now we can start streaming. And let's see. Yeah, we got a couple people here. Today you can see I called this very nice short on gold in my Discord server, basically. And as you can see, we got 200 pips. But for now, I don't want to be too focused on the charts, to be honest, because we have something a little bit more important than. Why does it say warning? Open Studio. It says warning on. Yeah, what's happening with it? The bitrate is lower than the recommended. Open widget. Can you guys see it with full full resolution? If you put it on HD, can you see it on? Let me see if I put it the highest quality. Damn. I mean, it looks okay, but it's not the best for some reason. Do you guys see the quality? Is it good? Is it good quality? Let me know in the chat. We can see. Is it clear, or should I fix something in the settings and do some magical aikido and nice. Alright, everything's clear. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'll just pull up the chat here. 1080-60. That's cool. It's nice to hear. Alright, so I got the chat pulled up. And yeah, basically, we're going to go over some fundamentals, right? We're going to go to Forex Live and see what's happening. By the way, is it full screen as well? Yeah, it is full screen. Yeah, nice. For some reason, it seems like I can drag this. Never mind. Alright, so what are the main events for today? We already know. I mean, we can look here. And you can see in 5 hours. Yeah, we got the goods trade balance. We got some news going up as well. 2 red folders on the day. Should bring in some decent volume. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. These blue lines are basically liquidity areas. As you can see, we just touched one, and we had an instant reaction on the level. Yeah, ungrateful. Yeah, bruv. I didn't even sleep tonight. No sleep. Fuck sleep, bruv. Who cares about it? Like I don't need sleep. I operate on pips, basically. The more pips I collect from the market, the more money I make from the market, bruv. I can stay up for as much as you want. Alright, so we're gonna go over some fundamentals, honestly. It is time for it. Germany, don't care. I trade gold, so I'm just gonna skip through anything that is not gold related. And yeah, I hope you guys like pay attention. Pay attention because this is gonna be very, very important. This is the majority of work when it comes to trading is this. Like the charts are nice, but this is like where the real like 80-70% of the work is just here. We'll sit down with Trump to discuss future ties as two sovereign nations. Carney. That's the new president of Canada. Fucking Canada. Let's see. What else do we have? Canada election. Don't care. China's second batch. There's one Canadian election outcome. Yeah, I think I've read through that. I think that's just an update on a previous article that I already went through. More on China for minimum urging defiance of Trump tariff bullying. Let's see. What else do we have? What else? What else do we have? We need some action in the market. It's kind of dead right now. I mean, it's still like fucking London. It's the first hour into London session, so it's normal to be a little bit dead. So I'm not expecting much. But where's my? I'm searching for my dashboard. Let me see. Your channel. Creator dashboard. Where is it? Where's the creator dashboard? Alright, I don't think we need it anyway. I'll just stream, yeah, fuck the views. Like, if people want to watch this, like, let them come. If not, just piss off. Barclays says U.S. credit spreads likely to widen in the coming 6 months. Let's see what's that about. And I think the rest of these, yeah. Let's see. Iran dangles $1 trillion incentive for Trump in deal talks. Wall Street Journal says Trump to soften blow on automotive tariffs. Anything related to tariffs, I want to read that, even though it might be just complete nonsense. But I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. China's FM says concession and retreat will only make the bully more aggressive, referring to Trump. So they keep talking and bringing up Trump. I've read through these already. So let's go over these. So we'll sit down with Trump to discuss future ties as two sovereign nations. Carney. Mark Carney wins the Canadian election for the Liberal Party, the gay-ass party. No time to rest on his laurels. He will be under a lot of scrutiny to see how he handles the ongoing situation. What does this even mean, bruv? Critical observation or examination. To see how he handles the ongoing situation with the U.S. that, especially after getting Trump, or should I say the anti-Trump rhetoric, helped to turn their fortunes around. So first things first, Carney is saying that he will be sitting down with Trump to discuss future economic and security ties between the two sovereign nations, a bit of emphasis on the ending. So it seems like he's stepping in with the right foot, as we say. So he's not interested in, he's being friendly with Trump, which is kind of good. Lowers tensions a bit, which, I mean, we've kind of seen some downwards movement. but it wasn't because of it only. There was one Canadian election outcome that could hurt the loonie. Here it comes. Liberal minority is the current projection. The outcome, I believe, that could offer some downside. Yeah, that's about the CAD. I'm not interested. More in China for minimum urging defiance of Trump tariff bullying. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Wang sharply criticized U.S. trade tactics, stating the U.S., which has long benefited enormously from free trade, is now going so far as to use tariffs as a bargaining chip to demand exorbitant prices. I mean, this is like unreasonably high amount of prices from all countries. He warned that appeasement would backfire, adding, if one chooses to remain silent, compromise, and cower, it will only make the bully want to push his luck more. So the tensions are still there. This is just reaffirming that the trade war tensions between China and the US are still there. So we should not take it for granted. Barclays says U.S. credit spreads likely to widen in the coming 6 months. Risks remain despite the recent narrowing back. U.S. Alright, the background to this spreads have come from extremes after Trump's April 2nd tariff announcements. Since then, Barclays says. So if you don't know who Barclays is, you can just literally just Google it. And Barclays plc is a British multinational universal bank. Headquartered in London, England, Barclays operates as two divisions, Barclays UK and Barclays International, supported by a service company, Barclays Execution Services, right? You see, it's a publicly traded company. It's big. It's founded since 1690. So they must be worth trillions of dollars. They have 100,000 employees. So they do have a saying on the market, right? The background to this is that the spreads have come in over the past 2 weeks from extremes after Trump's April 2nd tariff announcement. Since then, Barclays says prospects of trade agreements between the U.S. and China, low corporate bond supply, and better than expected corporate earnings have brought them back in, but risks remain related to tariffs. We remain cautious and still expect spreads to be wider in the next 6 months. This is kind of outside of my expertise, so we might need some help over here from our friendly neighbor ChatGPT and see what this is about. So our friendly neighbor ChatGPT says Barclays warns the U.S. credit spreads. The difference between corporate bond yields and treasury yields are likely to widen over the next 6 months, despite a recent tightening. Context: spreads had narrowed recently, recovering from the extreme widening seen after Trump's April 2nd tariff announcement. Positive factors helped better U.S.-China trade prospects, low corporate bond supply, and stronger than expected corporate earnings. Barclays' view: the current environment remains highly uncertain, mainly due to tariff risks. Barclays stays cautious and expects spreads to widen again in the next half year. So they're expecting the spread to widen again in the next half year, even though it had tightened very recently, basically narrowed. Widening. Why are you in a small room and not a mansion? Bruv. I'd live in a fucking island. I would live in a cave with a Wi-Fi, basically. I don't care. My house is actually pretty damn big. Thank God. Anyway, widening credit. This is literally not. This is not even my room. This is my brother's room. I just have my computer over here, so it's in a different place than where I sleep. I don't like to work and sleep all in the same room. Widening credit spreads usually signal growing market stress or higher perceived credit risk. You guys want me to park a fucking Lambo behind here to start like watching my streams, don't you? Widening credit spreads usually signal growing market stress or higher perceived credit risk. Investors may demand higher yields to hold corporate bonds versus risk-free treasuries. All right, so this basically says that basically Barclays stays cautious and expects spreads to widen, which means that other banks may consider it as well. So this is something to take into consideration. As a as an institutional trader, you hear about Barclays' opinion, and you'll take it seriously, right? And you might consider it, and you might look into it, and if you're convinced enough, you will basically be affected by it. Goldman Sachs says Trump tariffs could endanger 60 million export jobs in China. Damn, that's a lot. A lot of jobs. U.S. tariffs on Chinese import. All right, if high U.S.-China tariffs were to persist, and Chinese exports were to fall precip- precipitously, labor markets would. Bruv, I need to know what this is. Very steeply off the coast. Basically, to fall immensely. Labor markets would surely feel the pressure. The 60 million jobs would be involved in the production of exports to the US, and nearly one quarter would be in the wholesale and retail. Basically, most of them is just drop shipping, to be honest. Goldman Sachs says communication equipment, apparel, and chemical products more vulnerable than other manufactured goods thanks to their high share in the US US bound exports from China. Apparel and chemical products more vulnerable than other manufactured. Alright, so it's just, yeah, this doesn't mean much. Yesterday we had stimulus efforts being worked on in China. Stimulus efforts? Huh. What is that about? I think we'll just see it in later articles. Iran dangles $1 trillion incentive for Trump in deal talks. Iran appears to have figured out what motivates the Don. Money, of course. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. It's fucking money. Iran is pitching $1 trillion investment opportunity to the US amid nuclear talks aiming to ease sanctions and attract American industries to its energy and nuclear sectors. Tehran's economic struggles have made it more open to cooperation, but corruption and deep mistrust still cloud the negotiations. The US insists Iran cannot develop nuclear weapons, right? They don't want Iran to have any kind of nuclear weapons, nothing to do with nuclear power, keeping the final outcome uncertain. So, the final outcome is still uncertain. They're still in the talks. It's not over. Seems like, did my camera freeze? Bruv, please tell me I did not freeze. Because on my OBS it shows that I'm frozen. But I need to check. Wait, let me double check. I'm gonna double check that. Double check that. Quadruple check that. Yeah. Bruv, I'm frozen. Damn. Why? Deactivate. Activate. Should be fine now. Bro, I'm gone. I'm out of the picture now. Bruv. Why? Why did it stop working? Damn. It's kind of sad, but I don't care. We'll just continue the stream. Bruv, it's kind of annoying. This is kind of annoying. Hmm. Bruv. Oh my gosh. Why is my camera off now? I need a reason. I can't seem to have one. Let me see. I'll do some magic tricks and try to get it back. I don't know, bro. For some reason, I just froze. We're back. We are so back. $17. Cool. 5. Boom. I just fixed it in a minute. Easy. We're back. We're so back, bruv. Yeah, so let's get back into it. We are almost done with the articles, the boring side of trading. I know you don't like it. I know you want me to be a degen gambler and just fucking gamble my entire fucking net worth away. But today we're not gonna be doing that. Today we're gonna be responsible and read news and do all the boring stuff so we can make money. Right? If you do the boring stuff, you will make money. It is that simple. This is life. Listen to me. This is life. If you do the boring stuff, if you work hard on the boring shit, you will make money. It's that simple. I don't make the rules. I just play the game, bruv. Wall Street Journal says Trump to soften blow on automotive tariffs, alright? Preventing duties on foreign-made cars from stacking on top of other tariffs, easing some levies on foreign parts used to manufacture. Says Trump softened. Alright, Trump is expected to take the actions ahead of a trip to Michigan. Alright, bruv, who cares about this? This is also bullshit, and we're done with the news, but I'll just keep this tab open just to see if anything. It's like a free 101. Yes, bro. It's a fucking free 101. You can say that. I mean, bro, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm showing you like what I do for a living. You can literally do the same, and you'll make money. This is NFA, not financial advice, by the way. I mean, if you want to take it as a financial advice, this is on you. But I'll just show you what I do. ECB's, I don't know that, bruv. What is that name? Trade policy uncertainty could reduce business investments. This is for if you're trading the euro, you want to read this. I don't trade the euro. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. So it's still pretty mixed in my opinion. There's no like clear direction. And as you can see, we're kind of like stuck in this range. Yeah, basically this entire range is just consolidating, just moving up and down, right? And until we find a direction, and that's probably gonna be on, well, it could be today, but it's not very likely in my opinion. Today's just gonna be wicking, like either wicking this, wicking that, maybe dropping a bit, climbing back up, you know, pushing higher, coming back in. That's like my overall idea for today. But we got on Wednesday, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red folders and a bunch of medium impact news. On Thursday, we got again 5 red folders, 1 medium. And on Friday, we got NFP, unemployment rate, which is going to be huge. And followed by next week on Monday, it's going to be S&P, PMI, and ISM services PMI. So it's a very, very important week. Basically, the next 2 upcoming weeks, I would say, is very, very important for gold. Any position now for short? I mean, I was in shorts from here, and I had, again, that was like my stop, and my TP was at 13, 14. That was like over here. But as of now, not really, because it could go both ways. But if you really want to short this, I don't recommend it. I just recommend waiting for now, honestly, because a lot of people are just gonna try and guess the direction, and in my opinion, like, both are just gonna get chopped. So it's either gonna do this or this, you know? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think both sides are gonna get chopped, and I don't recommend trading this. This is literally a consolidation. Look at this. If I zoom out, like, what is this? What are you gonna trade with this, right? Nothing to trade over here. It literally just went up, down, up. There's no direction. It's not like here, you know, you can ride longs, you can ride longs, you can ride longs again, you know? Just keep pushing higher. It's not the same. Sol on Binance. You want to see Sol? It's making a recovery. About 55% right now. We swept liquidity. This whole area basically got swept. To be honest, like, I was never a big fan of Solana. I was actually telling people to short, like, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here as well. I wasn't a big fan. I knew it was just pumped because of meme coins, to be honest. And if meme coins make a comeback, of course we can see Solana running higher. But again, like, crypto's not something that I'm fully, like, invested in. Besides BTC, like, I don't care about anything else, to be honest, besides Bitcoin. And for Bitcoin, our idea is to push higher into new all-time highs and eventually break out all the way up to 190k. That's gonna take time, probably months for 100k, 190k. But for 120k, I see it in the short term. Maybe in a couple weeks from now, maybe next week. Who knows? Yeah, I only trade gold. If you want to trade, just you want to specialize in something. You don't want to be trading everything, to be honest. You just want to be a specialist in 1 or 2 pairs. So I trade gold and I trade US30 as well. I used to trade BTC. I used to trade ETH. Let me see what's happening with ETH. But yeah, I decided to cut on the amount of assets that I trade and just become the expert of gold, basically. Will BTC be all-time high? Yes, it will. In my opinion, it will. It will push all the way up to, as I said, like, in the near term, 120. I'm eyeing that. I got my eyes on 120k. Yeah, 120k would be very, very nice. in the short term. So probably in the next few weeks, 1, 2, 3 weeks. I would say 1 to 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Who knows? Depends on the strength of the pump. But this can pump very easily. It's 26%. It's not much for Bitcoin to do. Yeah, yeah. This is a very nice area. For US 30, if you want to see, I don't know if you guys trade US 30, but probably a month. Yeah, somewhere around that time frame. Yeah, US 30 is not looking very tradable as for now as well. It's not looking friendly. Again, gold, like, bruv, just wait. Like, literally, just wait. You'll get something like this. Maybe, start breaking higher. And then maybe over here, you'll have your entry, you'll have your stop here. And you can ride this thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I did. Yeah, so as of now, I just recommend being patient. Do not rush into trades, especially on gold, because it's just consolidating, honestly. And if you think it's gonna go up or down, you're just tricking yourself. Because right now there's no clear direction. It's just consolidating. Because the fundamentals probably mixed, so it just consolidates as, they're also waiting for the news. They're waiting for this big Friday on, they have NFB, so they're just probably gonna stall the price, just consolidate. And then the actual move will happen. But that's pretty much it for today. Besides that, I don't see anything really interesting. China. Oh, I told you I haven't slept. If US wants resolution, it should stop making threats. Yeah. Therefore, nothing special with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Watch out for any kind of breakouts above this level or this level. I think it's just gonna be some kind of fake out. But for now, as I said, just don't touch it. Wait, and if you wanna see me trading live, open a short on anything. Nah, bro, I don't do that. I don't gamble. I'm not here to gamble, bro. I'm here to make money. Yeah, so just wait. I think next week is gonna be full of volume, but I don't know if we're gonna see direction, like breaking out of this consolidation, seeing like actual direction. And if we do, we're probably gonna, come back into the zone. But yeah, that's DSSSS. Are you Balkan? No. Yeah, look, Balkan. That's weird. I'm definitely not Balkan. I don't know. I haven't done a DNA test, but I'm like my family is not Balkan. Alright, guys. So we'll just wrap it up here. To be honest, we'll come back in New York session. I'll try to stream again in New York. If I made it in time, because I'm just gonna try and go to sleep right now. And yeah, and see if we can make some money on New York session. It's a Tuesday. Tuesdays are full of volume. There's a lot of volume usually on Tuesdays, so gold moves mostly during the psychology of money. Psychology of money is like there's infinite money out in the world, and if you have some balls and like if you have some balls and if you're willing to make the sacrifices, you can make money. If you're willing to sit down and think of ways that people don't think of and start taking action on them, start taking risks more often, start basically do more and thinking less when it comes to business and money, I think you'll make a lot more money. And there's an abundance of money, and the forex market proves it because there's like 7 trillion dollars being traded every day. 7 trillion. Not even billion, not even a million. It's just like 7 fucking trillion, which is $7,000 billion. So it's like 70,000 billion million dollars, whatever. Yeah, so there's an abundance of money. I don't think you should have FOMO. You shouldn't have fear of missing out. You should be patient with your approach. And you should just wait for the best price. It's gonna be boring most of the time. This is why I like to stream. I like to do productive shit meanwhile. And yeah, if we get our best price that we're interested in, if we get that setup, that A+++ setup, we'll take it. And for now, we're just gonna watch and see how things evolve from here. Alright guys, it was a very nice stream. I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I might just start streaming on YouTube again and not stream on Kick, or maybe just connect both of my accounts if I'm able to. And I'll see you guys on the next one. This was a very good live.